up here in the back cave. Haven't done anything up here in a while, but I just had to jump on before I forgot about it. Well, I wouldn't forget about it, but the understanding conspiracy guy, the one that posited the connection between Nephilim and the clowns, he just came up with something that blew my fucking mind. He's been talking lately about the 1,000-year reign of God, supposedly happening after Satan goes away. He is positing, along with a lot of other people I've seen recently, they're saying that that time has already passed. That 1,000 years of peace and prosperity is already over. And I've heard that many times, and people are trying to go sort it out, try to make connections with it. But what he did is he made the connection between that and Tartaria. Tartaria being the idea of this super society that used to be around before the reset that we live in now. How many? Maybe a couple resets back? I don't know. These maps just kind of started appearing out of nowhere about 10 years ago. And that may be a Mandela effect thing. Could be connected to that. I don't know. But there sure are a lot of them. As well as these postcards that show all these, nicely dressed people with flying ships. And it looks like something out of a sort of H.G. Wells, like, science fiction book cover. Now, I never thought about thinking that would be the 1,000 years. Is it 1,000 years? Or is it 1,000 generations? This might be a Star Wars problem. But the idea that was when God's reign of peace, Satan had already been put away. And that's what Tartaria was. I thought that was brilliant. That guy's smart. Like, I like watching guys like him because, I pick something up from them, even though, and he's on a level where you can kind of know what he's saying. Like, I got some other guys that are just operating on a level that I can't quite reach. It's beyond the scope of my understanding as hard as I try. But, he's got a lot of good stuff. And this idea just kind of blew my mind. It was sitting right there the whole time, too. And this idea of Christ's reign already happening goes against what a lot of Christians think and what they say Scripture says. But how do we know when Scripture was from? There's a lot of questions. That's why I'm kind of the way I am about Christianity. And I know a lot of people don't like that. They want you to just believe this and read that and memorize this, or you're absolutely going to hell. I don't have time for that. I don't. Plus, I'm not going to let some mortal tell me what God's going to do on my behalf with a dude, trust me. No, fuck you. But, so this idea is really cool. Well, I mean, it's good, I don't know if it's cool, but, I mean, maybe Fonzie was involved in some way, but it's something I never thought about before. And I really have to look more into the Tartaria thing. I mean, I know the surface stuff about it. Martin Lindike, Flat Earth British, he's got a lot of good stuff on it. I know who to go to. But I've always been kind of standoffish when it came to Tartaria, because it's just it came out of nowhere, right? It just appeared one day, this theory. All these maps, if you look up, even on Google, Google won't even hide it, and they fucking hide everything. And you type in Tartarian map, all these maps come up. Now, are they all CGI? I don't fucking know. It doesn't look like it. Some people have these maps. So, I don't know. But now that Understanding Conspiracy has made this connection, that definitely has piqued my interest in looking at that. And I don't know what any of you guys think about that stuff, but I think I know the horizontal pursuit thing. I always warn against that, not to get sidetracked off the elevator of truth. Elevator of truth is going up like this. It's vertical, and you want to stay on it because truth is at the very top, understanding is at the very top. Just like how I describe political power in this country or in the world. It's always at the top. And what they do is they get you to get off one of these levels, these floors, and this is the floor called partisanship, and you fight back and forth. We're red people. I don't know why I'm doing this with my finger. I think you understand. I don't need to give you the fuck. But you know what I mean? You fight back and forth with these people, but you're not going any higher. You're staying on a floor, going back and forth and back and forth. Truth and understanding is the same way. If you get off a floor, you could lose yourself in the weeds trying to figure out what's going on with, like, say, NASA, for example. That could just fucking, you know, so you gotta be careful too. And as far as that stuff goes, so that's kind of also why I kind of stayed away from the Tartarian thing. I looked at it like people that are more invested in this will make discoveries, and once there's something tangible, they'll bring these things up, and then I can get a bullet point of this. But yeah, the idea that tying it together, Christ's reign, I think that's fucking brilliant, and I now I have to look at it. And it also, you know, if the 1,000 years of peace and prosperity and good times has happened, because it does look like it. You know, when you look at that world, the drawings that exist, like those postcards I was talking about, the fact that there were no bathrooms in these buildings, that's what made me think about it the other day, because yesterday I did a video about how all these older Tartarian buildings that we still have in, you know, towns all around you, the ones they haven't destroyed, they didn't have plumbing. You know, the city of London didn't have plumbing till the 1800s. Why didn't we need plumbing? Because in 1,000 great years, did we not have to go to the bathroom? Did we not have to eat food? Maybe. You don't know. I don't know. I'm not, you know, we could have been a fundamentally different kind of, had a different body. You know, we are just energy, you know, that broadcasts to these bodies. So who knows what the situation was during that time. But, yeah, because in a perfect world, I mean, you wouldn't have to bother with going to the bathroom. In a perfect world, you wouldn't have to eat. But, I mean, you know, sometimes you want to. I'm kind of hungry right now, actually. I hope Nia brings me lunch. That's a me problem now. I'm going to go work on that. Until next time, don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.